The script, and a good one, tells you everything that you need to know. If you start acting and you start thinking about and worrying about what other people are going to say about it, you'll never really fully commit to who it is and what it is that you're playing. To me, being a gangster was better than being President of the United States. I just know what it's like being an East Coast person, being from New Jersey. I never, ever wanted to be an actor. I'm a big believer that the script is your Bible. It came time to go to college. My dad said, "Go wherever you want. Take whatever you want." He just really believed in getting out and being exposed to different things. I do certain things that, maybe, nobody else knows why I'm doing. But it all has to do with, to grow as an actor. The best way to learn anything is through a movie, because you have so much time to do it and you have great people teaching you. A stare is really nothing more than what you're thinking inside. I've only been in one fight in my whole life. In 7th grade, yet everyone thinks I'm a maniac. You know, I started out really hot out of the box. Then I've definitely had an up and down career. And when things started cooling off again, it frustrated me. I like to think that even with some of the more intense ones sometimes there is humor in there. You try to make a complete human being, whether the guy is good or bad. If I think something's funny, I think it's funny. I'm amused by a lot of things. I love humor. I'm constantly joking around. My career has been up and down, and I like it much better being up. You want people to watch what you're doing. The more you think about something, the more important it becomes, the more important it is to you, and the more important it will become to the audience. There's a personal side to me of challenges as an actor that I like to take on myself. I didn't like some of the movies that were coming into me. You're constantly learning things if you're the type of person who stays open and current. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. I'm not a proponent of people watching a movie, and then going out and doing something bad. People have been doing bad things, well before movies. Some people just have some very full laughter, full of joy, and have no shame or fear of letting that out. I really believe that you never stop learning. I talk to my friends and, they all seem to get relationships that aren't right. You kind of want someone who is not at your beck and call but loves the idea of being in a relationship and what that entails. I think I had a kind of pause for insight in my 20s when I wasn't in a relationship and my career wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. I had time for reflection then. I played pretend games as a kid, army, whatever. But I never wanted to be an actor. I haven't seen about half the movies I've done. You've got to make a living, but some I don't get a good vibe with. I love acting. It's an interesting challenge to make something that doesn't exist appear like it's happening, and to do it in a real way. I get up at 6 to work out. I've done it since school, it's always been part of my life. It's a good way to take the edge off. I like getting up early, I've got a daughter, I'm a single dad. There are a lot of actors who will watch the monitors. They'll do a scene, and then the director will look back to see if he got whatever he wanted. I just find it odd to sit there and watch yourself. This is the profession I chose, and you really learn to save your money because you never know how it's going to go, but you still want to get out there and work. I didn't start acting until I was in college, which was in the 70s. So I decided to form a production company with my wife and our partner Diane. I was looking to become more proactive with my career because I wasn't crazy with some of the scripts I was getting. This was before Blow and Hannibal, so I decided to start my own production company. Suddenly playing the charming bad guy was my thing. I was on a soap opera before that for 3 years, where I was the nicest guy on earth. I think people like watching edgy things. Well, for Blow I had to age from 20 to 60, starting out in shape and then later putting on fat pads. The first script I got was Narc and I really responded to it. It reminded me of a 70s type movie. I really liked the characters. I didn't anticipate the ending.